Hey everyone, this is Coach Jordan from J. Gansermiller FC, and I'm back with a different type of video today. I was on Reddit, and on the subreddit, soccercoachresources, I found a contest that's going on, as you can see on your screen right now. The first submission is just a text submission about a game that was found on YouTube, where you look at one of the teams that was there and what you would have said after the game. It's just a post-match talk with the team. The second contest is any submission that you want, where you analyze that same game, see some of the things that the players did wrong or things that they can work on, and you create a follow-up session plan for the next practice. This video is going to be looking at the second submission here, and we're going to analyze some parts of the game, and then I'm going to show you what my follow-up practice session would be. You don't want to overcomplicate things for players at this age. Their main focuses are going to be dribbling and running with the ball with a few passes mixed in. The white team had a lot of success doing just that. They were able to take the ball down the sideline, which caused the opposition defenders to slide over to that side of the ball, which left tons of space in the middle. Helping them understand where the space is in the middle should help them stop bunching up as much on the side and have an open player in the middle. We'll see one of the players on white have success taking the ball down the sideline past the opposition defenders and actually get a good cross in. However, we'll see that no other white players are able to get onto the end of the cross. In the second clip, we'll see the same player have success doing the same thing, going down the left side of the field and getting around the defenders, but instead of crossing into the middle, which again there are no other white players in the middle, she tries to dribble towards the goalie and ends up ruining the chance. Here we start from a white throw. The throw-in goes past the opposition defenders and allows one of the players in white to carry the ball, and there's a lot of space again in the middle. Instead of crossing, where again there are no teammates, she tries to shoot and the ball goes wide. In this clip, we'll see the same thing. The player from the last clip gets more space down the side and is unable to get a cross off, but again, she has no teammates in the middle. We start with another white throw-in. Again, the throw-in goes past the opposition defenders, and instead of there being a pass, the white player is actually able to dribble into the middle, and then you can see the space here before she shoots wide. We start from yet another white throw-in. The throw-in goes past 4 red defenders, and one of the white players is able to pick the ball up and go down the sideline. As she starts cutting in, the last 2 red defenders slide out wide, and unfortunately that player was not able to cross the ball into the middle where an open player was. Here we see another player on the white team taking the ball down the sideline, going past almost all the red defenders, and having an opportunity to cross, but instead she decides to shoot, putting the ball wide. Here we see a 4th throw-in that leads to a good chance and actually leads to a goal. The ball again goes past 4 red defenders. Another defender slides over. The ball gets kicked by the red team into the middle to a wide open white player where all the space is, and there's a goal. And here we are with a 5th throw-in that leads to another goal scoring opportunity and actually leads to white's second goal. The ball is thrown in to one of the white players, who dribbles around 3 defenders and cuts to the inside where the open space is instead of shooting from the outside, and another girl picks up the ball and actually finishes for a goal. And in our last clip is actually the best clip to see what we are trying to get at here. Yet another throw-in goes down the line where one of the players in white dribbles down towards the end of the field, and instead of trying to shoot at a bad angle or dribble at the goalie, she crosses into a wide open player who has a wide open goal and unfortunately misses just wide. So the first drill that I would do is have the girls work on their technique for dribbling down the line or running with the ball down the line and getting the ball across the field. So we would have two separate lines at each corner. We'd have them dribble about 15 yards up to the cone and then get the ball to the other line on a cross or a pass and keep going that way. So this is just a simple line drill to help them get with the technique and help with any technical issues that they're having with this. Then we would progress to a more game-like situation where we'd have one wide player dribble or run with the ball down the side of the field, pass the blue cone, and then try and pass the ball through the orange cones, which are now there to represent the defenders on the opposition that would drift out wide to try and get it to one of the two players in the middle who would then finish. Then we would play a small-sided game, 2 goals for each team to score on, where you would have 3 attackers, 2 defenders. The attackers can't defend, defenders can't attack. The idea here is to get the ball wide and you outnumber the defenders, so when the defenders slide over to stop a goal, that's where you're encouraged to then cross the ball. This is a bit of a different video, but I hope you all enjoyed it. You get a little bit of a look into how I analyze games and how I set up my next practice sessions based on what we did wrong in the games. Of course, kids at this age, you really have to work with their technical skills, and analyzing tactical things like this aren't that big, but you can work on both. So as I said before, the whole point of the first drill is to help with their technique, and then also in the second drill, tell them what they were doing wrong before, how they fixed it, and then they went back into bad habits, things like that. So again, technique is the biggest thing here, but when you go on things that you can work with the team, since it's team practice, not individual practice, these are the types of things where you can encourage what they're doing and help them improve.